going on? Well, it's still raining from the last video that you saw. It's been a couple days and it's just been raining, steadily raining. Thought about just turning this 57 into a pontoon boat or something and just drive it that way. But the ground's real soggy and wet and slippery and muddy, and this rain's supposed to be out of here today and tomorrow for at least a couple days. I still got a van to do and some other painting work to do. I'm gonna try to get some time in on this. I got some parts and I got a shock brace I want to put in. I got to make it first, but been trying to get some other stuff done. But been trying to get this motorcycle running, and has turned into a mess. It's an old bike. Been sitting for several months. It's bad on it. I got kind of worried it started dumping oil out of the vent tube, and so I had to call some buddies and do some research. I don't really know a whole lot about these, but I know enough to be somewhat dangerous. So I was about to sell it. I was like, man, I'm done with it. But I never had blinkers on it, so I'm trying to figure out the blinkers. And if somebody had put underglow kit on it, which is kind of funny. It had one of these neon tubes. I have not seen a neon tube since probably the late 90s or early 2000. That's an old school way to light up something right there. I'm gonna hang on to it. Maybe it still works. I don't know. I even got the ballast for it. But so yeah, I'm going through this rat nest of wires. They got something going on. Tail light, rear blinkers. I'm gonna try to put a flasher on it. And I found this windshield from old bike I had that when I sold it, I forgot to give it to the guy. Whoops. But it's for a Yamaha, but I think I can make it work for this one. I'm gonna build me a bracket where it mounts on there. That way I don't get the bugs in the teeth kind of thing. So charging the battery up real good, that way I can make sure, because I'm having a problem getting fire to the spark plugs. And everything's supposedly new. That don't mean anything, but it was running fine before it got parked. And then it was on a motorcycle ride. It ran perfectly fine. Nothing wrong. So I'm going to tinker with this until weather kind of clears up out here. I may put me a fan down, try to dry his driveway out some, and try to get my shock brace made. I got this piece of square tubing and then some Beltec shocks I found in my stash of parts. That was for a previous project. I'm going to use those on the back of the 57. They're for lowered vehicles. Kind of caught me on that one right there. I got lowering blocks. Try to get this thing a little bit closer to earth because it just got 4x4 status, even with drop springs, and I can't stand it. Could build a gasser, but seems like everybody's doing the gasser thing now, and it's cool. I like it. Gassers are awesome. I think it would look cool as a gasser, but I don't know. I'm going low. I'm going to go low, hot rod stance, a little bit of a forward rake is what I'm hoping for, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So let's get to tinkering around. All right, here we go with all this damn mess here. I don't know. I gotta test, see where my power's coming in from my, that wire there looks broke. This had all kind of crap from my bobulated on it, and this wire here goes to this up here. I'm hoping this piece right here is good because it acted like I was having charging issues But like I said, wiring was all screwed up. I mean, that's a mess. Then this wire is butt connected to another wire that goes to the battery. I don't know. So it's like, just make one wire. I don't know. And, well, I'm gonna fix that said wire and replace it, because I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it anymore. Yeah, that's real nice. Real nice. I don't like it. I don't like it. I want to replace it with this. I know what you're thinking. That's black wire. Well, yeah, it is black wire. The other wire is black and green. So it's going to have straight black wire. So there. Print that. I know what you're thinking. Oh man, you need to solder that. Well, I'm crimping it. Got the nicer heat shrink style connectors, so it's gonna be better than it was. It ain't gonna be two different coat of wires with, you know, piss poor connections. It's gonna be way better. Add on now. I'm guessing this is how it's supposed to go. I guess you got to have power to one side of this. I don't know if it, I don't know. I don't wire motorcycles. I'm just kind of going off of what this thing already kind of had. Put the battery in it here in a second and start test lighting everything and making sure power's where it needs to be, and try to get these blinkers working. That really bugs me. But what really bugs me is it not running. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm sure this battery's a good high quality battery. Oops. I think I just lost something that was very important. Yep. Got these little things for the fastener to go into. Let me get that back in there. Come on now, get in there. I don't know if I trust this thing too much. One minute it's telling me one thing, the other minute it's telling me something totally different. I don't know. Probably put a zip tie on that to hold that in place and keep it from moving around. I'm gonna keep tinkering with this bike for a little bit until all that's somewhat dried up and it ain't raining no more, where I can get out here, do some measuring. I'm ready to get the back end of this thing done. I'm sick of working on the back of the car. So, I'll get y'all in a little while. Hey, I got the battery hooked up. They had stacks of washers in between the connectors and the battery. I guess because the connectors don't quite reach the post on the batteries because of the way that it is. So I made some spacers and made it better instead of having a bunch of stacked up washers. I call that the jackpot. You take it apart and then you see washers just fly everywhere. It's like hitting the jackpot. And then I went and pulled the flasher out of my wife's car. And she don't need it. I'm gonna see if that fixes my blinker issue on the motorcycle. So power. Hopefully. Oh, that's the wrong button. Oh, how about that? Sweet. Even makes the clicking noise. Look at that. That is awesome. All right. Sweet. That's worth getting another cup of coffee. Now I'm scared to start it. Scared. I'm just scared. I'm gonna get some more coffee. Little victories. Take little victories and run. Well, the blinkers are working. I need to. Oh man, I gotta fix this wire. When I took the seat off, the tail light fell off. There was only one bolt holding it on there. The studs fell out of the tail light itself, so the tail light's just sitting there bouncing around the whole time. I didn't know it. These old Harleys, they shake a lot, so you got to nut check them every now and then. That sounded kind of weird, but you do. You got to nut check them. So I'm gonna see if I can find some bolts. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some screws in there. Hopefully these are long enough screws. I think there's 1/4 thread. We'll double check it. I'm going to put some Loctite on them. Wait, ain't gonna worry about it. Please be 1/4. And it don't feel like it. Yay. Something different that I probably don't have. Oh, wait a minute. That's right there. I'm gonna fix this wiring while I got it apart. One wire already broke loose, which is lovely. I just don't like that. Don't like it. I don't even know where that wire went. Probably went in there too. I don't know. Don't have a clue. I don't like seeing taped up stuff like that. I'm just going to ignore that part. There's really not a whole lot of meat left there. Well, jeez. All right, let me do some figuring here. Another thing I want to do is I want to put some nut inserts on this fender. That way I ain't got to sit there and reach your hand up in there to get the bolts out. I'm going to do some doctoring on this tail light. Untape this can of worms right here and see what we got going on there. I don't know. Let's see what we got. I don't like stuff like this. Could be a lot better. Oh my God, it already feels terrible. Oh, it looks horrible. Well, it looks like I'm going into this. Oh Lord, this is bad. This is bad. I'm telling you. This is gonna be bad. Oh, I don't like it already. Oh, all right. Yeah, the tape's twisted. Like they rolled the tape on one way and then they rolled it another way. Oh my God, this is a mess. This is terrible. Yeah. Come on. Oh man, that needs to help me. Need to go ahead and take it loose from the tail light. Which that didn't take much. All I had to do was just pull it a little bit. The crimp wasn't that good. I don't really like the wire they got coming back here to power all this either. It's some kind of harness off of something. But I'm not getting into that right now. I'm not. swear I'm not. That's got to be a ground, is what that is. It is like dust. It is just messed up, man. I'm going to redo these connections more better than it was. Put some heat shrink on it. Man, I don't like that. I don't know what I really want to get into that. I don't know if I do. I don't think I do. I really don't. Yeah, see, like, they're, ugh. I'm just going to try to fix it best I can. I don't like running a new harness. Okay. We then went through the wiring. We'll try to save what's already there. So I don't want to get into trying to pull that whole wiring harness out and redoing it. It'll come at a later time, maybe one day. I'll repaint the bike and have to take the tins off anyway. So try to save what's there. First, I got to extend this wire out, and all I can find is this pink wire, close enough to red. And I was trying to figure out where my brake light power was coming from. I thought one side of this was ground, but the other side is actually brake power. Well, I wasn't getting no power, and I wasn't a ground. So the master cylinder on this thing is kind of iffy, the rear master cylinder. So it's either the master cylinder is not putting enough pressure on the pressure switch in the line, or the pressure switch is just bad, or a little bit of both. There is no pressure switch in the front brake. So if I hit the front brake, you're not going to see a tail light no way. Kinda sketchy, but make sure you tap that back brake. I'm probably going to have to put a master cylinder on it. And if that don't, I don't know, I'm going to go with start cheaper first. So we'll put a switch on it and see if that fixes it. If that don't fix it, I guess put a master cylinder on it. Maybe a master cylinder that'll build up pressure. It don't feel like it builds up pressure. So we got fluid coming out the back. I checked it. I do got fluid coming out the back. I don't know. But for the time being, I'm gonna go ahead and fix this. Get this all done. Get all this back together. Maybe by then the battery will have enough charge on it. Maybe the engine will fire up. If it don't fire up, I'm done messing with it for today. And I promise we're gonna get started on the 57. This has got me kind of sidetracked. Now it's all in pieces. This is why I didn't want to work on it in the first place. Because of this. So yeah. Okay, tail light is on. I got a bungee cord holding the fender up for me because now I got to get in here, wire all this mess up. I got that one a hair short, but I think it's good there. But that's going to be brake light. That one's power. The power and brake light. Yeah, so get that done, and hopefully by then it may start. Hopefully. I don't know. Evidently it's going to be, it'll be a lot better than it was anyway. We'll get all this routed how it's got to be. I got that grounded. At least the tail light's going to be bolted down. I got Loctite on it. hopefully. And I'm gonna put some nut certs in right here. That way I ain't got to put my arm up in there and get the nuts on it. So a little bit better than it was. Not perfect, but better. Well, it's not running still. Not getting no spark. I don't know. I got power at the coil. I don't know. I got power both sides of the coil. It's got like a Petronics thing in it, like where it takes place with the points. Maybe that's bad and it's not telling the coil to fire. Tried jiggling it, moving it around a little bit, put it back in spot. I don't know. It ain't doing anything. It's so bad that the compression relief valves start blowing fuel out of them, trying to get this. It files out so fast. I don't know. I don't know. Not messing with it no more. It's gotten to the point now. It's probably gonna cost money. Buy new parts. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna ride it no time soon anyway. So I don't care. I'm working on that now. So this has been a defeat. Well, somewhat defeat. At least lights are working and stuff now. So that's good. Maybe somebody can push me down the road and I can use my turn signals. Well, now that that was a failure, I'm getting that out of the way today. I'm gonna work on this. Yeah, a bunch of rust in there. Pretty cool. I'm gonna cut this piece of square tubing down. Give me a light measurement. I'm gonna go ahead and cut me a piece off at 38 and work from there. Because I think I'm gonna air pain. Air pain. All right. Open. Oh, here are my markers right here. I rearranged yesterday. All right, now I'll go 38. All right. Somewhat straight. Okay. Set this up here. That's about perfect. Right in the right, it fell right where they seamed the frame together from the factory. I'm gonna make it go in between the frame rails. Trying to get an idea what I'm looking at here. This is what we got. Basically, this will go up in the frame rail like that, facing forward. Shocks go on, welded in, and they'll be in a stock location of the where the original shocks went through the original floor. So it's going to be very close. I don't think it's going to throw it off too far. So I'm going to go ahead and weld this up and see if we can't get it in the car today. I'm getting where I got to get ready to stop. The motorcycle done ruined me for the day. So got to get back on some other stuff. But try to get this knocked out real quick. Alright, I got that all welded up. I'm gonna clean it up, paint it, or kind of paint it, and then gotta clean up the frame, slide it up in there, get it where I want it, and it'll be done. We may get the rear end in. Maybe. Yep, she is turned around. Ow. And facing inward. So that means I'm gonna get started on the front side and get her sitting right. But I gotta show you this. All right. Back end is sitting how I want it. And I think that might be the color I might do the wheels. I was kind of playing around. Kind of a color I had in my paint cabinet. And yeah, it's got kind of a upward rake. I don't like it. The front end just does not sit right. But we're gonna fix that. And then string a wiring harness through it, plumb the brakes, and get it running. The goal. Oh yeah, we got the roof painted finally. Did that yesterday. Had one good day. So I was like, well, I better use it. The owner was tickled to death and wants to do more to it when the weather breaks, so that'd be cool. But I'm gonna start tinkering with this thing for a little bit. And I gotta cook some meat. It's gonna be a fun-filled day, so hopefully this weather would kind of clear up a little bit, make it a little bit better. Oh yeah, she is filthy. I'm ashamed of myself for letting this thing get this way. That motor looked good when I first put it in. Looks like it's been sitting in a barn for 40 years. Brand new radiator. I think I'm gonna put the inner fenders back in. So I'll probably remove the fenders and put the inners back in. I was gonna run it inner fenderless, but I think I want them in now. So we'll do that. Ooh boy, let's get on it. Probably start cleaning this motor up a little bit. Oh, see what we got going on here. Oh, let's go. Ow. Spider webs. Spiders like my car. Carburetor's just sitting here. So it's going to have to be gone through. Oh. Put a distributor in it. I got like 5 of these things. I got to figure out which one I want to use. Go through it. I think this is the one I originally wanted to use, so that's the one I'll probably try to go with. I just got to clean it up. I don't know why I took the bolts out of the valve covers. Back on there. Get back on there. Get back on there. There we go. For some reason I took the bolts out of the valve covers. I don't know why. I get them cleaned up. Oh yeah, doing all the progress today. Still got to mount this. It's just kind of sitting there. Mount the master cylinder and all that. Put all these plates and stuff back on, put windshield wipers back in. Yeah. It's gonna be fun. I think what I want to do first is I really just want to tackle this front end. Really what I want to do. This, I think that's what's bugging me the most is this front end on this car. A lot of work. A lot of work. I really want to do it. Yeah, I kind of do. So, get started on it. Alright, we're all jacked up. Got the wheels off of her. I'm gonna go ahead and paint this stuff while I got it apart and clean this up, man. It's a damn shame. I let this stuff kind of just go to waste, just sitting there. I'm gonna go ahead and just clean this stuff up while I got it apart and try to make it look a little bit more presentable. But that's a daggum shame. The other side's same way. Just nasty. Nasty and rusty. Really? Yeah. Luckily I put caps in the end of them brake hoses, so luckily nothing could have got up in there, so that's a good thing. So yeah. Man. Shame on how all this looks. Might get the bumper bolted on a little bit better than that. But don't worry about that. It's a little bit loose. Just a tad. I'll go ahead. I think I'll start on this passenger side. Knock this side loose and get it all apart. And it fitted. And wasn't even tight. What was I doing? I don't know. Wow. What was I doing? That's crazy. Alright, I'm going to try to find something to put this stuff in. Mark it passenger side. I don't like the way how tight this is. I'm just sitting in there like that. Oh. Everything looks straight. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know. Maybe that's what I was fighting the last time I was working on it. Maybe I just didn't have it in there right or something, and I got tired of messing with it. That is a shame right there. That's not even tight. Wow. Go me. Yeah, this is super dangerous. Even though these are drop springs and they're a little shorter than the factory ones, I got the floor jack under there, and I also put a threaded rod through where the shock goes, through the spring, down through the bottom control arm. Because I do not like messing with control springs. I jacked it up first without that, and it barely budged. So it's like, why is there so much tension on that spring? So I'm gonna tighten this threaded rod a little bit. Go ahead and get my ball joints loose, and I'm gonna let the threaded rod loose first, and then let the pressure off with the jack. So that should be the safest way, hopefully. I don't want to get hurt, so tired of getting hurt. I'm gonna try that out. Okay, got all my parts somewhat cleaned up. Good enough for me anyway. It's been a few days since I've recorded. It's just been raining, straight rain. I even got my canopy. My canopy decided it decided it wanted to take the canopy with it, and so no more canopy. Get all this stuff put on, get the wheels on, and get this thing on the ground. Got the control arms on, got the springs cut and put back in. Cleaned up most of the rust. We got the inner fenders put back in. So I'm kind of glad I did that. Put them back in. Still got to get all this cleaned up, but we're getting there. And this time we're gonna actually tighten everything up like it's supposed to be. So I don't know what I was doing last time, but it wasn't nothing right. So that one goes there, and this one goes turning around first. Should go about like that right there. And just slide it in place, says he. Like this. Maybe. What's got me? Put the bolts in. Yeah. Man, what a difference that makes. Just clean up some old set of wheels and hubcaps and get the stance right, man. It changes the whole look of the car. Man, I'm glad I got all that done. So I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I know it's a little bit longer than usual, but got a lot done. But next video, I plan on trying to get the floor pans done, maybe get the master cylinder mounted, and a little tidying up here and there. So we're almost getting ready to string a wiring harness and get this thing running. I can't wait. Man, I can't get over that. What a difference. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Tell your buds, and look, like, and subscribe, and comment if you like something or dislike something. Let me know. I appreciate it. We'll catch y'all on the next one.